In order to access either the Internet Extra Work Bills or IEWB system or the Electronic Potential Claim Record System or EPCR, a user will need to file an application to have a user account created. Though the user account login can be used to access either system, the EPCR system will require the user to create a separate password. This video will show you how to request a user account to be created and how to file a potential claim record electronically. Whether or not you have filed a potential claim record, which is the 6201 series of forms before, the process will begin the same way. First, you will want to search for Caltrans IEWB in whichever search engine you use. Now that you're on the Internet Extra Work Bills page, hover the mouse over IEWB forms. Here you can see you can click this link to open the user account request form. If you have never done this process before, then you will first need to fill out and submit the user account request form. If you have created an account before, then you may skip to filling out and submitting either the 4904 or 4905 form. For the purpose of this video, I'll go through the full process. Now inside of this form, fill out all of the required fields per the instructions on the second page. You will need to email the completed file to either the project's resident engineer if you are a contractor, or to your district's IEWB admin if you are a Caltrans employee. Back on the IEWB page, on the IEWB information tab, if you see here, there is the IEWB district admin list. This is where Caltrans employees can find their contact person. You will later receive an email with your IEWB account information. The next step is to have your account tied to your project. Going back over to the IEWB Forms tab, if you are a Caltrans employee, you will need to fill out the 4904 form and submit it to your IEWB admin. But if you are a contractor, you need to fill out the 4905 form and submit that to your project's resident engineer. Let's assume for this example that the user is a contractor. I'll click on the 4905. Now this is what the 4905 will look like. There are 2 pages to this form. You'll need to fill out all the required information per the instructions and then submit it to your project's resident engineer. Keep in mind that if you are a Caltrans personnel, you will need to fill out the 4904 and submit it to your district's IEWB admin. Now here's the 6201D Initial Potential Claim Record form. Now in the future, this system may shortly thereafter send you an automated email with this form attached, but for now, the resident engineer will provide you with the 6201D at the beginning of your project. Now remember, always to start a claim with a blank copy of the form, such as the one that you initially received from the resident engineer. If you attempt to log into a file that you have previously worked on to submit a new claim, you will receive an error. Now here's another point of caution. It is extremely important that the first thing that you do is to click on the notification that pops up here as a yellow bar. Now, sometimes you may not see it pop up automatically. If that's the case, then you may see this exclamation mark button on the left side. Click that, and then you will see the yellow bar at the top. And the next thing you want to do is click Options, and then click Trust this document one time only. Do not click Trust this document always. That will cause errors. Now you'll see a pop-up come up, and you'll want to click No, and then OK. And the form will reopen itself, and now it looks different. This is what the normal login screen for the form should look like. In order to log into the form, you will need your IEWB login, but not the IEWB password. You will need to make a new password for the 6201 forms. Type your username in, and then click Register. You'll want to click Yes on the pop-up, and then the system will automatically generate a password and send it to the email that is associated with your user ID. Here's what a sample email would look like. Now let's copy this temporary password. Keep in mind that you may want to change your password after the first time that you log in. You can do this by logging in once with the temporary password, then closing and reopening the file, and then clicking either Reset Password to reset it or Change Password to change your password. For now, I'll just log in with the temporary password. This is what the 6201D form will look like. Firstly, you will want to select the contract number, and you'll notice that the resident engineer field will be filled in automatically. The date field and the identification number field will be filled automatically by the form when you click Submit, so don't worry about them for now. You'll need to select the date for when the request for information was received. let's just say today, and you'll need to put in an RFI number. Now you may want to zoom out so that you can see the whole form, and here in the middle is where you can put in all the information related to your claim. Down here at the bottom you can click add, and you'll see a pop-up come up and you can add attachments. Now when you've completed the form, you can click submit up here to submit it, and just click OK on the pop-up. Unlike the prior forms, the 6201D does not need to be emailed as an attachment. When you click submit inside the form, it'll automatically submit it to the project's resident engineer. After you submit the 6201D, you will receive a confirmation email which will look like this. The confirmation email will include a copy of the form that you just submitted, i.e. the 6201D, and it will include a copy of the 6201E. You do not need to wait until the 6201D has been resolved to submit the 6201E. You can actually submit the 6201E right after submitting the D form.